Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel for some more Age of Empires 4. Now, we were going to cast Cat series against me and Micah first, until someone in the Twitch chat decided to spoil the outcome. So we're hopping in live for Cat versus Core. God, look at this Myriad guy. You know, he beats Doomy one week. He beats Numadon the next. He maybe beats B this week, and all of a sudden he just thinks he can get away with anything. Let's see if Cat can get away with playing anything this map. I think so far from what I've been seeing, when we ran the show match between him and Lash, he was looking pretty formidable in his builds on this particular map. Sorry, I'm thinking Numadon. Cat hasn't played this yet. So Cat, English versus Japanese, I think is an interesting matchup. English technically could rush you quick enough to kill you in the game. However, did you, like, dry hump a leprechaun? That is ridiculous. I mean, it's admittedly double gold, but it's gold on the back, right? With a tree line. You can just build one outpost to stop a longbow rush. This is the dream. Cool. He's going to be going for the fishing wide. A little bit surprised by this. I know that it's good for Japan, but in this particular matchup, Shinobi's not really an option, right? Because of lombos. So realistically, you're looking at Kura anyway, so you should have extra food. But, you know, why settle for one when you can get both? Cat also is going to be going for pond play. Now, I didn't check what Core's APM is, but we were having APM discussions earlier. Cat has ludicrous APM. But I'm assuming Core's APM is low because he huffs so much sheesh, he probably has to recharge the packet every 5 minutes, you know? All in Core with the spawn, right? Like, it's actually insane. I quite like Japanese against English as well when they lombo rush because you can play Horseman into delayed Yumi. And that's a gap closer right there. Like, there's no kiting with that because English lombos are too slow. So curious if Cat's a little bit paranoid about this. He hasn't scouted the enemy spawn yet. He's only partially scouted, so he knows the gold isn't on the forward left. If he blindly goes Council Hall here, I don't think there's anything you can do with it. I mean, the cool thing is, by going for the ponds, you actually delay your tech, as does your opponent. So technically, you should get a bigger window of opportunity to scout him. Fortunately, it's just not really benefiting him much here. He's not getting much out of it. He's not getting vision, but on top of that, he only got 8 sheep, while Core got 16. That's right. Let no one question how much a German likes his lamb. I mean, dude, like, Donna Kebab on every corner. So, yes, he should be finding more sheep. The sheep whisperer, if you will. Even doubles checks in case he missed one. So, that's going to be, what, 20 sheep? Just shy. 17, right? Good lord. 17 sheep with double pond. Life is good as Japan on this map, it seems. Moment of truth for Cat. Last gold being dropped off. It's going to be a Council Hall rush. I don't like this for Cat. Because this isn't an informed play, right? He's assuming that there's this forward gold that's exposed. And the crazy part is, like, if you're a Mongol player, this would have been the dream spawn, right? With double gold. In fact, I'm just double checking Cat's draft. No, he didn't have Mongols. It wouldn't have been an option here. How do you guys predict? 42% for Core, 58% for Cat. So pretty tight overall. Immediately out with 10. Pulls 2 back for the Kura. I mean, I'm liking everything about this for Core, man. He's also got wide economy against Lombo Rush, which means you, even if you somehow were to stop him gathering food underneath his TC, which doesn't seem feasible here, he'd still have food on the flanks. So how does Cat win this? Well, with it being a Lombo Rush, the most obvious play now is going to be balancing Lombos with Spears. Actually, I think in this matchup, because you expect fast castle, you don't even add in Spears to begin with. None to see a reaction to stables. Instead, though, he balances it straight away. So Cat is assuming there's going to be maybe 4 horsemen built to intercept Lombos, right? So this is his protection to just get all the troops across, but it is going to mean that the initial Lombo push is weaker. I think there's an argument to be had that you can delay the spin push because the Lombos are so slow, the spin will catch up. No, he just looks to send it. And he just got the bad news. Now, Core is going to be greedy about this because he can. He's got enough time to wall. However, he will need to pull the villagers with the ships. The scout's going to block him. Yeah, smart play there by Core. He's choosing to be greedy by not building an outpost, but long term, this is now going to serve him well. look to quick wall up. The scout's too late. Oh, that was so close to breaking the wall with the torch as well. So, wall up. What next? There is another route in for Cat. And it's all the way around the other side, past the trade post. Wait, after all that, we're going to build an outpost anyway. I mean, in fairness, it kind of makes sense, right? Your opponent has got spears coming. He will be able to burn through a wall. So you might as well just build an outpost in the end anyway. And the tree line is far enough away that Cat has found an efficient route through here. It doesn't have to wrap wider. Honestly, sometimes watching these type of rotations is like watching a lemming line, you know? Look at the way they fluidly follow each other. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Select all armies your enemy. Select all armies your enemy. Close up. Only downside of what Core's done here is he can't use the farms. In fairness, though, there's no rush. He's got plenty of sheep to work with. 15 total. He's even got a villager gathering on the berry bushes. Because the Lombos are going around the back, right? They're so focused on the gold, they're not touching the food. Then remember, on top of that, he's also got the double pocket of fishing. We'll want to think about... Wait, where'd the villager go? Did he pull it home already? Yeah, okay, so nothing really exposed. Game's peaceful so far, but that's about to change. Cat has got siege engineering coming. Apologies, I did just update from Doom Kill Jolly. We're doing that tomorrow. Figured we'd do the Cat and Core live. There's a ram coming in. Bit tricky. You have, what, 7 longbows? That means you do 42 damage? You're actually 2 longbows short of insta-sniping a villager when they get out with the torches. It might be a bit problematic. Core has got the gold required already for attack. He's just overgathering and then can pull away. Cool. We'll be looking to hide that floating gate right here in the belly of the beast. I mean, there's not really much to stop Core opening Samurai. It's a little bit unorthodox, but can work here considering what your opponent's done. Even Yumi is pretty sensible. And it would allow you to start scaling it now, but I imagine the amount of Samurai temptation is pretty high. Cat. He's actually just waiting inside with the longbows. Yeah, a little bit surprised. Clown carring doesn't work anymore. Remember, there's a wind-up animation now when you get out of a ram, so you can't just cheese your way to victory. A bit of a weird jump out as well by Cat. Didn't need to lose a single longbow, but there we go. Outpost gone. Gold options aren't looking great for Core, but he does have 400 to work with at the start of the age, and it is indeed going to be the Samurai. Yeah, and this is going to clear the way, right? Like, Cat... I mean, you have at least got higher base damage on your longbows, so you can do a bit more damage, but we don't have Blacksmith play, which is a bit of a mistrick. Finally, there it is. Steel arrows coming through. Tech up complete now. Now, this is where what Cat needs to do next is bring the scout here. Or a longbow. Like, anything there is a winning play. Right now, his scout is just sitting in the back with a campfire. But there's a small gap here on the tree line that can be exposed. Seems like Core got enough, though. Yeah, he's got enough wood for, like, a second house. That would be 20... Well, let's be realistic, like 12 samurai. Shinto on the move. There's so much food. Cool, he's already used all the gold up, right? Because samurai costs extra compared to men-at-arms. He's going to have to trade. If he doesn't get the wood for a marketplace, he's in trouble here. This is ridiculous. I mean, maybe it's just a sneak out to this gold here is worth the risk. Something has to be done. He has got a relic on the way home, but once again, he needs wood for this. Samurai at least vetted up, but it's not like you can afford a duchy here. So one by one they go in, and one by one they die. Goal should be to use the spearmen, keep the longbows alive. Steel Arrow is in, remember, so decent amount of pen coming through here, almost half damage. Well, interesting choice against a longbow. Luckily, it's only one, so she better walk at home if he notices. Right now, he's distracted. Scout is going to go down. Okay, that's dirty. Guys, you seen what Cat's done? Okay, Core does notice. It's like, why is my trade post... No, he... At some point, you have to look and go, why is my trade post on fire? I mean, the units would have A-moved it if he didn't right-click them onto the ram. Cat, in the meantime, has King's Palace on the way. He's slowed Core down quite a bit. Fairness to him, Core was at least able to get the one relic home. We've got our extra Euroshirs coming through, right? So it's going to be Forge, Mass Gold Gathering underway. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him just adding a Mount Samurai next. And yeah, the Samurai was going, and then he basically selected it and clicked it on the ram. So right now, we just have free information here. Yep, just, you know, it's a controlled fire, guys. There's no need to send in the department, right? It looks like they're setting fire to, I think that's Brussels sprouts there. Everyone hates those vegetables. Totally reasonable. A bit of a slowdown here. Cool. Actually switching into Onabigisha. That's a good map for it, right? He has got the triple pond. I think one of them is, yeah, now ran out. He has got the Kura Storehouse adding in a lot of extra farms as well. Well, would have. He's still quite blocked at the moment. I mean, look at this free information. I know which relics he's taken. Guys, you want to know how much he paid for this OP vision, which is telling him his opponent has gone Onabigisha? 25 wood. He literally, he just saw the transition. Oh my god. This is going to be like a face-palming moment, right? I mean, he has at least got Mount Samurai coming as well. But, like, Cat knows to keep building longbows now. Is he going to see the Mount... Wait for it. He sees it. Okay. The Mount Samurai have not been revealed. That one lady put her spectacles on. She's like, oh, I see. Does it mean it was Cat's army kind of pathetic, though? Considering the timing he should have had, yeah, it looks like he was choosing for the farm transition. He's going wide as well, so there were big gaps here walking out the resources. It's kind of crazy he's got such a small army forward here. I mean, Koru's waiting a very long time. It's almost like he wants to bait more forces in before he goes and kills. Diver's going to come through, though, and no, take that. That's as good as it gets. You're going to lose the army anyway. You might as well take villages for it. Instead, he tries to back away here. I mean, this army is way too slow. Cat, he's getting cute. Follow me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. He's imagining a world where he actually beat that army. Come on. And the knight stopped moving. Cat, he actually blundered the ball there. That was perfect for a second. He could have even technically started sniping down those units, which I think would have been a bit better. Well, Law's going to be coming out. That should stop core chasing for a moment. However, that does feel like a relic that doesn't belong to you anymore. I can't believe this. I mean, Cat, this looked so good. After that opening, it felt like core couldn't touch anything. But it seems like his economy just wasn't streamlined to continue the push upon the tech up. And now he's in peril here. You need mass men-at-arms. The veterancy's coming through, but you don't have armor-clad. The Onabigisha are going to be in and for the party. And he went crossbows, right? Crossbows, okay, but not crazy at countering out the Bigisha. Not for the cost efficiency. Mount Samurai also going to shuffle through, so Core going hunting. Cat, he only has a 4 villager lead and also 30 idle economy right now. This is ridiculous. Owner Bagisha, definitely not an easy comp to make work these days. It feels like so much food required, but Cora's found the amount. The question is whether he can do enough damage to justify the investment now. Good kiting so far from Cat. Has cleared most of it up. Not much loss for it either. We have a few Bagishas splitting up. Caught. Okay, I was about to say, that would be bold to try with 31 HP against short bow villagers. So it's looking like a 5 relic game now for Core. This is Kushki. This is good. He just needs to keep the pressure going. Things are slowing down a little bit, though. It's not like the Bagisha numbers surged crazily. Military Academy is now on the way. We do have some farms, but those are the ones from Makura. He hasn't actually added additional farms, so no condensed economy just yet. Yeah, I'm not convinced that was the damage. And the Bagisha will provide a bit extra, so he does get in the end. Crossbows are on the way, so it looks like it's going to be maybe 2 worker kills max. Yeah, Textiles saving a lot of lives. And this is where Cat's remembering when you play English, what's the point? Just build farms, you know? Why take these risks unnecessarily? Second TC is in from Core, though. Cat's greed knows no bounds. Yeah, you say that, and then there's Core. 5 relics, still goes 2 TC. Bing chilling, no rush. I'm starting to lose faith in the plan.
What will Tau?
I can't believe this game has done a 360 or 180 like this, right? I mean, it feels like Cat thought he was doing a 360 slam dunk. He actually 180'd and scored in his own goal here. He just has to play the classic English, oh no, what have I done? Let's go Imperial. I love the screams of the beginning. I wish there was a way to actually amplify certain audio noises. I feel like almost all the Japanese voice acting, I would have double the volume of everyone else. It's that good. And now my smart choice by Cat. Remember the Bagisha heavy damage mitigation by getting melee armors. Really important as well. It's kind of a race, an arms race, really, to get those melee techs online. You have Core now moving out for the fishing as well, so just trying to avoid that full-fledged farm transition. Kind of tricky, right? Like, if he goes to the farm transition, he can just keep zerging on a Bagisha non-stop. But it means there's a crippling point in the game where you're just not spamming into your opponent. And that's dangerous against English because of the way they can scale for Imperial. Cat. Kipping like a cat right now, sleeping the keyboard. A little bit of a slow reaction there. Japanese voice acting across the board. Oh, dude, like all those people deserve a raise. I'd be like, you know what? I like these guys' vibes. Let's bring them back to voice every other faction. Like, but sir, Japanese people don't usually sound Spanish. They'll figure it out, man. They've got the passion. It's like cool. Does actually still have some flank raiders back here. The rewall needs to occur. Cat didn't get it actually complete in the end. The hilarity is like most of this situation, like, oh, I'm kind of cool. Then there's English. The obnoxious Civ that's like, oh, it's never really truly over, guys. So obnoxiously good at playing that type of frustrating game style. Yumi now from Core. Interesting. I don't think if there's anything better you could be going into. It's kind of awkward, right? Because like to deal with the men at arms, you have to do Samurai now or Mounted Samurai. Mounted Samurai is going to be a bit slow. Yumi's kind of intriguing to deal with the crossbows, but absolutely atrocious into men at arms armor clad. Like, congrats. You're a veteran Yumi and your base damage is 6. Meanwhile, men at arms with armor clad can have up to a maximum in this age anyway, 8 armor. Your damage is going to cap at, what, like 10? Just under 10. And yeah, he's keeping the fishing boat so he can just get extra info. It's fine. Like, I don't mind this. Because he's patrolling them, they don't show up as idle. And this only really hurts you once you're at 200 pop. That's when you need to delete. Some players just like the nuisance gone. Like we saw B earlier, would just delete them the moment they're used. So he knows which economies he needs to protect, which he doesn't. But Core's just trying to make sure he gets extra information for free. Pop looks better, so Core feels better. It's only 8. Backstab. He can't get the outpost. Yeah, he's gonna have to pull back quick hit. The problem is when you try to retreat away an independent unit like this, you're actually feeding the beast, right? Because you're giving them the charge to chase in quicker. Split the army though. Some goes to the reinforcements, the others go for the main. It's a lot of samurai. And the wait, what? The crossbows ran all the way away. No, this is exactly how you can't afford to fight if you can't. The Yumi split the fight up perfectly there. And the crossbow count is non-existent in this game, but they're just not doing anything. Oh, that's not true. They are dying. Only 5 left over. And Samurai Wadachi will definitely be the bee's knees answer to mass men at arms, even with armor clad. And this game looks over. With this type of military match, you can just dive the enemy. It's not like he's got a white tower. It's a small group holding back the reinforcements. I mean, Core can just rally now. We've got the Swiss bank macro going on right now. He's holding 3,000 gold in reserve, as you do. Enough stone to easily go for some extra daimyo levels. In fact, soon it's going to be a shogunate. And from there, it should just be a Zerg. Yeah, Cat, I mean, he's got 2,000 food income. In theory, this is enough farms to survive, right? Has he got the production, though? Adding in a lot more. We've got 5 Raxas so far. We've got 3 Archer Rangers, if you include the Council Hall. Not great. He did at least get Military Academy, right? But still. If Core just spreads himself wide, like a knob of butter across some bread, he can harvest it all. Alternatively, we could run into a choke point 1 by 1 against men at arms with extra armor. You guys know not to do it as well, though, right? Nope, they're gonna do it too. Oh, God. I mean, surely not. From this position does this turn into a cat win. He's trading with the backside now, so the Yumi are targeting the thing they should. Cat is pulling the men at arms away, but not the crossbows. Guys, this is pivoting. This is 1-8 again. Core just threw away the entire military lead. Admittedly, half of it was in Yumi, but still, from Cat's position, how did this ever turn around? Hodor, baby, he's got the farms ready to go. It looks like we have got the Shogunate coming through. Farm mass for Core, so he's at least going to be able to mirror this now. But no killing blow for the Japanese. And Arms will chase through the few stragglers that did get to that backside. But it shouldn't be significant damage. Cat is looking pretty damn healthy now at 42 farms. Actually, make it 58. He's idled out of some right now. And he's got more coming. He's got up to about 65 farms here. Reality check is Castle Age is overrated. It's time to move Imperial. Just needs to move out in the gold. And he's still got a 4K sitting in his base here. And on top of that, he's got crossbows moving out into the open. I can't believe that. That was ridiculous. I mean, 300. No, Killjoy. This is the prequel. free. Free men-at-arms at any given time, holding the entire army back. Castle the Crow is now coming in. So Core is going to beat his opponent to the punchline. You have some villagers being sniped, but nothing too crazy. Now remember, Core is behind on economy. He's only got 93 villagers committed 102, but it's competitive enough. The Castle the Crow is interesting, actually. He's looking to just all in on the Sacred Site win condition. Unfortunately... Wait. Well, it was meant to be, unfortunately. Sacred Sites are being decapped. But Cat has selected all army. Villagers being found as well. That's a lot of economy. 20 villagers. The Castle the Crow is going to go up. This is going to be too late to scout, right? Yeah, good idea from Cat. Just bad timing. Select all military just betraying him here. So Cat, he hasn't stopped the timer. If he stops the timer there, different game, right? You won't have 5 minutes to try and fix this. You've got 10 at least. And that allows you to go Imperial. But now, your opponent's gone Imp. Your army's equal in size. You can't now just mirror the tech play. You have to go in. And if Core just bides his time, which he can do sitting on his throne with a rocket launcher, Elite should win here. Oh my god, we even have a Takebune coming. Rocket launcher in. I mean, he's very fixated on the Siege Workshop. We've got Rams coming from Cat now. Meanwhile, the entire army deals with that 1 minute arms. And then it is time for the Takebune! Which I think has enough range to hit any one unit that comes out here. And we hit them for a pretty damn lofty 240 siege damage. Oh my god. Cat. Not like this. Corny's Expos. Great idea, Horse. Let me just check my archery ranges for those. Here we... Oh. Anyway, back to building melee. We've got 2 Takebune. What? So hear me out, guys. If we keep building a Takebune, they'll push each other out of the pond. They'll become land stuck, but they'll be closer to the Sacred Site. Well, Cat is split up. He's got bad news ahead of him, though. That Castle the Crow is going to stop him. He does see it. I don't know what his grand plan is here, though. The Takebune is revealed. Who needs crossbows? Just get a giant rocket launcher. Villagers are going to scramble inside here. The dive is going to come through, but Cat, I think this is done. He looks cooked. He's going for a Berkshire. Wait. This is kind of sick. Remember, a Berkshire is going to be a siege production building. There is a very thin wall. A very thin way of narrowly going through this, right? A small gap in the proverbial wall, if you will, that he can sneak through. 37 villages is the start of it. It's going to have about 2.5 minutes to work with. The north side is not an option. What is happening in this game? I think he's got something special in his sheesh today. Cannon placement is on the way inside the Castle the Crow, but he's going to need to pull the army across there. You've got flank raid attempts to try and find the gold sources. Crossbows are marching forward. Cat. He's got the Berkshire online. Cannons immediately queued up. The Crow Trader is not being used. Core has completely forgotten about treasure caravans. Which is worrisome considering his economy. I mean, he's trickling troops at this point, right? At least reinforcements will be trickling. Men-at-arms are going to spread out now. The upgrades are not in for Cat yet. He has no elite techs here. Meanwhile, cool. He's got Elite Onobagisha, Elite Samurai. Star Step Away is looking good. A rush to the outpost would maybe balance things out here. I mean, I don't think there's enough to get Core out of his base. So the Bombards should be able to wheel and deal. They're moving in now. Castle the Crow being targeted. On top of that, Core has a grand total of 0 villagers out here right now. Core should have no army. You're right. Like, the Takebunes cost 5 population. That's 20 military pop that's a lie right now. Actually, more than that, because he's got the explosive junks as well. 24 fake military pop. Core still has 3 fishing boats alive. This is ridiculous. I can't believe this. We 180'd into 180'd into 180'd into 180'd. We have 720'd this game. Blaze it. Oh, this is so rough as well. Like, how... this is not enough for Keisha to dive in and kill the Bombard. He does need to pull troops now to go onto the Sacred Site. Really, what Core needs here is villagers. If villagers were here repairing, he can still win this game. Speaking of villagers, there is going to be a repair crew to deal with the Onobagisha that are diving. Clutch repairs coming in here. Castle the Crow. Oh my god. No, 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 no. His own landmark's in the way. The Castle the Crow is more important. He's trying to stop him from diving, but also this is kind of clutch, right? He's got boiler oil in 30 seconds. He's got a cannon emplacement, so when you get tight like this, you're going to take a lot of damage. But still, Cat is getting in. Let's go to the decap. It's going to start. Cast the Crow on fire. You can't repair it either. There's just too many crossbows. Crow is down. Black Crow down. Core is just left with mass Onobagisha. He's going to try to flood out here, but it looks like it may be a little bit too slow. Hold on a second. Men-at-Arms are coming through. The perfect counter to Bagisha. The attack speed aura is going to be there, and it's Gatling gun mode for the network of castles. A key drop now on the way. Core, he's trying to show his conviction here. But it might just be stubbornness. This is trickling troops now officially. There's just too many crossbows. There's no big wave coming. There's just one by one we go and one by one we dive. He's flanking and finding some villagers here, but the decap all but guaranteed at this stage. Core is going to be scratching his noggin, wondering what the hell happened with this game. Cat almost killed himself failing that decap. He gets it in the end. And now we have a problem. Core's army is pathetic. 33 military versus over double that. And Cat obviously having the counter with the men-at-arms wave. Game isn't necessarily immediately over. Core does have the 5 relics, plenty of gold coming in. But the army tactics now on the way. You know, if you couldn't win with things like the older tactics through the university text, what happens when Cat gets them as well? Attempt to break through the walls, but good reactions. Cat seeing the reinforcements there. He can't rush the dive, right? He needs to wait for the bombards to clear out the shogunate. Insane. I can't believe this game. And this, by the way, is only game 1. And I don't really know what to expect for game 2, right? A lot of serious games like, well, this is probably going to be a 2-0. Even if it is, if game 2 is anything like this, I'm going to lose my mind. Starts to seize the shogunate. 13k HP. It's not going to be quick. Starts to fill up the farms. It's going to get idled out here as well. I mean, this is classic conundrum for late game Japanese. Like, what do you do here? I mean, hand cannoniers would be the logical play, I think, potentially. It's his only play, really. Samurai and Navigisha is just you flailing the same way and dying the same way you have for the last several minutes. Bombard on that Shogun Castle rather means that the gates are about to open soon. You want to confirm 3 fishing boats are still live? They are. They've been vibing the whole life. They're down. What here? Here you go. Patrol group sees the raids coming. Can't really do anything about it, but they at least know. At least the farms are untouched. However, the farms are about to get debuffed. The only upside right now is there's not a tower buffing. Oh. Who walked in range? Who done it? Dives in as well, just trying to stop the repairs. It's going to force the fight. Hides him back, though. That attack speed aura really is the game breaker. Still only citadels, no network of castles. Should be good enough. It's a big melee range. Or melee mass, rather. Into this range, but the kite is good from Cat so far. He's got just enough men-at-arms to kind of muddy things as the gap close comes through. And hello, BC. Thank you very much for the raid. Perfect time. How about a game that has done a 720 spin? Both of these players has been in a winning position at least twice. Could we be about to spin the bottle again? Who's getting kissed and who's getting rejected? Cool, most of the Bugisha are dead. It's mainly just samurai versus crossbows. Cat is now switching to hand cannoneers. But don't worry. Cat cannot win by Sacred Sight, guys. It's an impossibility. There's no way he's getting that Sacred Sight. As I tell you, Alex, this is what you're missing out on when you don't play the midweek musters. Moments like this. Possibly the first time Atakebunes have looked good. It's on a tiny pod. Those ships are working together to make more ships. They have to be careful, though, because if the Robin gets a bit too aggressive, they might set fire to each other. Dive underneath the Shogun again. He has repaired it up quite a way. Bombards are back in play. Hand cannon is diving in now, and cool. Has to defend the food or it's over, and he knows it. There's no attack speed aura right now. Cat did lose the forward outpost. So there is a Bannerman edge for core, but the problem is the military count. This is just ridiculous. He's quadrupled on land, and he is out. The 720 reversal. Cat with the opening win. And even in the best Atakebune game I think we've ever seen, it's still not enough.